Imagine a night
This was the right thing to do.
where every decision
What the hell was that?
and every single action
I just saw someone at the cabin.
affects your fate
Very funny. Guys, come
and the
on!
fate of those around you.
Oh my god, what the hell was that? We need to go get help now.
Could you live with the consequences? Until dawn, only your choices.
With formidable enemies, elaborately designed environments, and heart-pounding tension, The Evil Within is an unforgettable experience where every encounter can end your life in the blink of an eye. As a Crimson City police detective, Sebastian has seen more than his share of horrors, but nothing could prepare him for this surreal nightmare world that exists in shifting planes of distorted reality. Exploration has its rewards. Extra ammunition and green gel are sometimes stashed in dwellings just out of sight. In the midst of the unremitting terrors, Ruvik, the sadistic and enigmatic figure, stalks Sebastian ruthlessly. His motives are unknown, and his violent rage is beyond anything human.
Who do you think you are? I know who you are.
There is a multitude of enemies waiting for their chance to murder you. When you're overpowered and outmanned, your only chance of survival is to use stealth. Throughout the game, you'll find items that can be used to help you remain undetected. Use them either as distractions or improvised weapons. But even with the most powerful weapons and sound tactics, there are battles that are unwinnable. The truth to the mystery hides beyond hordes of enemies and a series of life and death obstacles. Deadly puzzles are spread throughout the world. In order to progress, you'll need to discover how to bypass them. When the environment is as deadly as the enemies, you'll need all your cunning to avoid the dangers that lay around every corner. Stalked by demons and haunted by death, the deeper you spiral into the mystery, the harder your journey will become. In The Evil Within, death is the only easy escape, and survival will take everything you've got.
What do you fear, little one?
one of the most anticipated titles of 2010, Alan Wake will set the bar in cinematic story-driven action. Alan Wake aims to create a unique thriller experience. The game seamlessly blends fierce cinematic action with a gripping storyline where things can happen unexpectedly at any time. In order to create the game's unique action, Remedy's goal was to integrate the themes of light and darkness into the combat. The dark presence that threatens Wake is possessing the local townsfolk, and Wake's shadowy enemies seem invincible under the cover of darkness. Before the player can fight them, he first needs to burn away the darkness with light. The use of light as a gameplay element is integrated tightly into the action elements of the game. A handheld flare gives you a momentary safe haven. Flashlights and batteries become an important resource, and even military-grade searchlights can become the key to survival. The gameplay provides variety, with a multitude of enemies, vehicles, poltergeists, and other threats. As the dark presence grows in power, the player will never know what to trust, as even the most innocent, inanimate object can come to life and turn into a threat. In addition to flashlights and weapons, the player will have to cleverly use the environment in order to survive. The action is paced with environmental puzzles, collectibles, and story-driven content.
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent.
This is where the game's supporting cast comes into play. Like Remedy's Max Payne games, Alan Wake is thick with pop culture references. Among others, Remedy lists Stephen King, Lost, and Twin Peaks as their influences. The game creates a suspenseful, unique thriller experience only seen to date in film and TV, with the kind of chilling atmosphere, powerful narrative, twists, and cliffhangers that modern audiences have come to expect. The game's lead character, Alan Wake, is a best-selling writer suffering from a writer's block. While vacationing in the idyllic small town of Bright Falls, Wake finds himself trapped in a nightmare. His wife Alice goes missing, and he keeps finding pages from a book he can't even remember writing, and the words are coming true before his eyes. Remedy is also setting the bar high with their soundtrack. The custom-composed cinematic score is combined with the use of licensed songs to create a strong atmosphere. Alan Wake is by far the biggest single-player experience that Remedy has created, and to ensure that every player is provided with an optimal gameplay experience, the game constantly monitors the player's progress and adjusts the difficulty on the fly, maintaining a sweet spot that is suitably challenging. After years of development, the result is a heart-pounding single-player thrill ride that raises the bar in storytelling with a wealth of suspense, twists, and cliffhangers.